Welcome to another one of my gas station vlogs. If you can't tell if you watched the last video, I'm in a new location that's about 4 times the size but has half the inventory of the other stores. So a little limited when it comes to the products I can review today, but I think I chose some that I have enough to say about and are interesting in their own ways. But yeah, I just cleaned the bathroom and that was awesome. I had somebody complain to me about how disgusting it was and how I should be ashamed of it. But we fight those battles and we move on from them. But anyways, I found this. The presidents of our country, from Washington all the way up to our 43rd George W. Bush. So, yeah, I don't know what any gas station worker needs to know about presidents, but if you need to know that Franklin Pierce is the 14th president of the United States, then there you go. If a customer asks that, there you go. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing I want to do is congratulate Grizzly on their new line of packaging for their products. I think it's awesome. I think Grizzly really is pushing the boundaries for what's possible in snuff packaging, especially compared to Copenhagen or Skoal or even Zen. They all have very basic packaging. There's not a whole lot you could do with a can, but Grizzly proved that there is a lot you can do. And the other thing too is that they're really taking a step beyond the proceeds from these. Some of them, I imagine, are going to some great charities, whether it's conservation or for bighorn sheep, as is in the Long Cut Straight, or to our troops. And I can always get behind a company that supports our troops. So yeah, I think Grizzly really hit it out of the park with this one. Let's move on. The next thing I wanted to discuss here is a really deep topic, and it's about Yovo. And I think that it's finally time for someone to say it, someone to come out of the woodwork and blow the whistle here. Yovo, you need to stop making more flavors of your vapes. I just don't understand what any of these mean, and the reason I pulled these two out of the 15 flavors that we have is, what's the difference between Cali Mint and Minty Smooth? Like, tell me, really, any Yovo users, anyone who specifically uses either of these two or has tasted either or both, tell me what the difference is. Tell me, I'm just not understanding as a non-smoker what's going on here, why there needs to be two flavors rather than just mint Yovo, or instead of watermelon ice and watermelon chew, there just be watermelon Yovo, and there just be 4 flavors total instead of 15 super unique and diverse and just niche flavors. I don't get it. I think their marketing team is floundering here, making a real mistake. If I were on that board, I would be trying to centralize their products here, but yeah, I don't think they sell enough of all of their flavors to warrant them having them all. So yeah, Yovo, if you're watching, that's just some advice from an employee, someone on the ground. I'm looking out for your best interests and, you know, giving you the best advice. The next thing I want to address is an oversight from my first video, and it's about the American Spirit brand of cigarettes. And oh my goodness, how did I miss ranking this packaging in the top 5? This is a real oversight. This is a drama on the channel, and I'm going to rectify it right here, right now, and just apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the American Spirit fans. Your packaging is amazing. I love everything about it. Look at the Indian in the bottom corner. Look at the eagle at the top. Even the font is just awesome. I mean, I don't know what the difference between any of the American Spirit products are, but I think all of their packaging is elite. If I were to place it posthumously in my video, it probably would have been maybe in 3rd place. Probably would have kicked out the L&M menthol bolds. I don't know which of the American Spirit flavors / colors I would have chosen. I have more at the other location here. These are the only 2 I have. As I said, I'm suffering from some decreased resources because of this location. But yeah, I'm sorry to all the American Spirit fans, and next time I make a ranking of any sort, I'll rectify that and shout out the American Spirits. Last thing I want to do is share the holy trinity of cigarettes we sell at these stores. In the last 2 months, these are the 3 that, regardless of location, have been the most popular. I always sell them every single shift and in large quantities. And these are the Newport Box Shorts, the Marlboro Light Shorts, and the Camel Crush Blues. And I think that 2 of the 3 of these packages are not very good. I am I know nothing about what's inside of the packages, but what's on the outside, I'm an expert in, I'm well versed, and I can tell you definitively that the Camel Crush, whether it's the Camel Crush menthol or menthol silver or just the regular, I think that this is terrible packaging. I'm not a fan of the color scheme. There's nothing clean about it. I do not like the blue in the clash with that green. I don't really understand what's going on there. Maybe it's a menthol with the non-menthol clash there. I don't know. But I'm not a fan of this packaging. If I had to rank it on a 1 to 10 rating, maybe a 4 out of 10. It's not despicable, but it's below average. The Marlboro Light, just compared to the other Marlboro products, is just not one of their strongest. Just compared to the Red, which is their flagship product, I think it's weaker. I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme here. And yeah, if I had to rank it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rank the packaging as a 5 out of 10. I think it's just about average. It's not offensive, but it's just not something that when you pick up this box, like, wow, I have a lot of respect for that. I already covered the Newports on my other video, and I'm a big fan of them. I'm more a fan of the hundreds. I like the larger box, more of the longer box actually. It's not so much larger, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the Newports. I love how clean they are. Now, there's no bias here. There's no corporate bias. I love Marlboros also. The packaging, of course. They were actually ranked higher than the Newports. The best Marlboros, the Southern Cut, were ranked number 2. The Newports number 3. But yeah, I do understand why people buy the Newport box. I mean, just look at that packaging. It's so clean. But yeah, if you walked into my store and were buying cigarettes, I would say that there is a 50 to 60% chance that you're buying one of these 3. Now, with the million other cigarettes out there, that's where the 40 to 50% chance you aren't buying, that's where that comes from. But yeah, but there's not a whole lot going on here today. It's actually boring, so I don't have any lottery customers to check out, and I have no cigarettes to ring up. I'm just going to hang out, wait for somebody to show up, wait to sell a lottery ticket, or a scratch off, or a cigarette, or some gas. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Have a good one.